Choose your language. You cannot change your language selection later in this game. Okay, not to start off on a bad note because I am super hyped for this game. But what is it with Pokemon and being unable to change the language later? I've seen plenty of other games let you change the language anytime you want. Heck, just recently I played through Juji's Journey, a text-heavy indie game, and that didn't have any issue with changing language. Anyway, English. Welcome to my realm, located beyond both time and space. It is well that thou art here. I am that which humans call Arceus. Now I wish to know thine appearance. I feel kind of like I'm playing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Except I have to be human on this adventure. Well, if I'm going to be human, I'm going with what looks best. I will admit I do like the blonde hair, but sticking with this. What is thy name? And for anybody saying that the reason you can't change language is because you put your name in one language, no. You put your name in any language. It's like Japanese. Curiously, Japanese is not an option here. So I guess they do kind of limit it. Weird. I mean, it's like Super Mario Maker doesn't have that issue. Erica. Soon thou shalt find thyself in a world strange to thee. A world inhabited by wondrous creatures that humans call Pokemon. Well, this is certainly an interesting twist on the usual professor introduction. Erica. Seek out all Pokemon, and thou shalt find me once more. This is an opening. Well, I like the new logo, by the way. I'm glad they didn't do the plastic toy Pokemon logo. Something a little more fitting for this game instead. So congratulations, me. You have effectively seen God. Royal Land Gold Pyramid says, and this explains why you have a smartphone in the old days. I know, right? That was one thing that really bothered me. It's like, why do we have a smartphone? Okay, this makes sense. Oh, do wake up, won't you? Are you alive, my girl? Is that Death Mountain in the background? You gave me quite the shock falling from the sky like that. But thank goodness, you seem unharmed. Okay, where am I? Why, this is Prelude Beach, of course. You say that like it's obvious. Dear me, did the shock of your fall somehow addle your memory? No, I just never been here. Is that so unusual? I must say, your clothing is unusual. You wouldn't happen to have an acquaintance in these parts, would you? So, seems like I've legit been sent back in time. First, Evie pulls me into my video game, and now this. So, I doubt it. I see. You seem to be in a bit of a pickle. Might I offer you some directions? Do you have somewhere around here you could stay? No. So you don't know anyone here, and you don't even know where to spend the night. Well, this is a proper pickle indeed. Are you quite sure you'll be able to survive? I don't know what to do. Also, I like that I don't have the blink happy expression that is typical of Pokemon heroes. This is a fitting expression given the circumstances. I see. Well, no gentleman would abandon a person in such need. Oh my, I'd completely forgotten. I had just caught up to these 3 runaway Pokemon when you tumbled out of the sky. It's almost as if they knew you'd appear here. But do you even know what a Pokemon is? Okay, for the fun of it, I'm going to pretend that I come from a world where Pokemans are some sort of video game and I don't really pay attention to that sort of thing. Hey there, Stripeback! It has been a long time. I'd been editing some videos recently in which you were in the chat, and it's like, gosh, hadn't seen Stripeback around in a while. You don't? You truly have traveled a long way, haven't you? Well, these 3 here are what we call Pokemon. Very mysterious creatures, you see. Marvelous. Oh yes, and what might your name be? Oh, so you're called Erica. That name has quite the ring to it. I imagine it must have some lonely meaning. By the way, my face is up here. Look up, girl. Up here. I'm sure my chest is super manly and impressive, but come on, this is a next-gen video game. Surely you can have eye contact by now, right? Nah, whatever. It's the 1600s or something, so I'll forgive it this time. Oh, but I do apologize. I haven't even introduced myself. My name is Levinton? I am something of a Pokemon professor. Okay, this is a minor thing, but I like how his lips move. Because the last new Pokemon game I played was Let's Go, and mouth movement was not this fluid. It's kind of weird to see this fluidity in a Pokemon game, actually. Anyway, that is to say, I'm a scholar seeking to deepen our understanding of Pokemon. Yes, Pokemon such as that... No, blast and bother. My darling Pokemon! Why must you run from me again? I'm terribly sorry, but do you think you could help me round them up? I beg you. Wait, you three! Wait! Oh boy. Full camera control. What was that? I think I heard something off in this direction. I hear Pokemon in the water. Oh boy, this definitely feels like next-gen Pokemon. And it took, what, 5 years into the Switch to get it? Oh, if I press up, what have I got? Oh, I know something that is in this game. Let me go over here. Settings. Text speed defaults to fast. That's kind of nice. Gonna leave the camera controls and sensitivity alone. Autosave. I've said this before, and I'll say this again. The day that Pokemon requires autosaving is the day that everybody quits Pokemon. Because there would be nothing worse than failing to catch a legendary Pokemon and not being able to reset and try again. So, disabling that noise. HUD toggling. Choose whether pressing the right stick will toggle the display of information. I don't know. I'll fiddle with that later. ZR button confirmation. Choose whether you want to be prompted to confirm a throw each time you use ZR in battle. I'm going to enable that for now because I don't know what you mean. Interesting that Pokemon cries are at a different their own volume level. Dynamic range. Adjust the ratio between the loudest and quietest sounds to make it easier to hear. That is actually a really interesting feature. I know what you mean. It means that... Oh, I assume if I set this to wide, then I'll be able to more easily hear sounds that are farther away. Well, I imagine with my raccoon ears, I'd have some pretty decent hearing, so I'll actually set this to wide. And these are my only options for the time being. Okay, since I'm not going to autosave, that is some fast saving. Yes, right back. I am back to being a raccoon dragon. I kind of missed it. Like, a lot. There is no music playing. That is interesting and weird at the same time for Pokemon. There's a glowing, beeping object over there. You found something that resembles a phone. It's probably your phone, but it's changed shape. You feel a strange power emanating from it. A message appeared on the screen. I bestow upon thee this Arc phone, and thy mission, seek out all Pokemon. Imagine getting a message from God. Raylan's heading to bed. Alright, see you later. Can I like Breath of the Wild up these walls? Not entirely, no. Wait. Nope, not quite. Sigh. Alas, yet another miss. Aha! I'm glad you've come to my rescue, my new friend from the sky. I tried catching my little runaways by tossing some Pokeballs their way, but I'm not the best at this sort of thing, you see. I'd love to give you a go at it, but perhaps I should tell you a bit about these three first. Now, that one is Rowlet. Rowlet can photosynthesize like a plant, and apparently it battles using its sharp feathers. That one over there is Cyndaquil. The fire burning on Cyndaquil's back will flare up whenever it is surprised or irate. The Pokemon near the pond is Oshawott. Oshawott naps while floating on the water, and it can battle using the shell-like object on its belly. Oh my! I nearly forgot to cover the most crucial thing, how to go about catching Pokemon. Here you are, my girl! Pokeballs. Throw these at Pokemon to catch them. Oh! Yeah, this game is encouraging catching them all. Pokeball, a mysterious ball that can be thrown at wild Pokemon in order to catch them. These balls can be crafted by hand if you gather the necessary materials. Yeah, to my understanding, you don't buy Pokeballs, you just craft them. I mean, maybe you can buy Pokeballs in town, but I know at least out in the wilderness, you craft them. Ah, but that won't do for an explanation, will it? I do apologize. Let me be more thorough. Now, I've mentioned already that Pokemon are strange, marvelous creatures. What's so strange about them, you ask? Well, each and every Pokemon is able to shrink itself down to minuscule size. Oh hey, you're actually kind of looking at me now. Good job. Are we... Hold on a sec. Each and every Pokemon is able to shrink itself down to minuscule size. And that's where Pokeball comes in. Wait, so you're saying it's not the ball that shrinks them down? That's just the thing they can do? Pokeballs are a recent invention, you see. Throw one of them at a Pokemon and... why, the Pokemon will shrink down and fit inside the ball, comfy as can be. And with that, you've caught a Pokemon. I know we just met, but I'm afraid I've no one else to turn to. I'd be awfully grateful if you could catch my 3 runaways. Now, the proper technique is to take aim at the Pokemon, then let the ball fly. It's quite simple. Though far be it from me to say so, I suppose, given my own dire lack of skill in this area. Throwing Pokeballs. Pokemon can be caught by throwing Pokeballs at them. Hold down the ZR button to ready a Pokeball and take aim. You can keep moving around as you do, so use the right stick to adjust your angle and aim carefully at your target Pokemon. Release the ZR button to throw the Pokeball. If it hits a Pokemon, you may be able to catch it. If you've readied a Pokeball but do not want to throw it, press the B button to cancel the throw. Oh, that's good to know. Okay. It is interesting that I have to press up on the directional pad to go into the menu. Okay. There's a Cyndaquil. Oh, ZR. I was pressing ZL. But neat! First person view. Don't see that very often. So, like this. Oh, wonderful! You've caught a Pokemon! It seems you've quite the knack for this Pokemon catching business, Erica. Which is weird because I'm actually I suck at the. There's a reason I don't play baseball, we'll say that. Stripeback says, wait, if Pokemon can change their size, is Ant-Man a Pokemon? I mean, we could try throwing a Pokeball at him and see what happens. Anyway, jolly useful skill to have around here. Only 2 of my darling runaways left now. Still, this is most unusual. You don't seem fearful of Pokemon in the slightest. Should I be? I saw you over here. No. Don't start running away now. I can hardly believe it, Erica. Incredible! You know, many people fear to even approach Pokemon, never mind catch them. Bravo indeed. Just 1 more to go. Let's wrap this up sharpish, shall we? Okay, where is Rowlet? Up there? Gonna say up here somewhere. There you are. Okay. Gonna be sneaky with you. Huh. I have a throwing voice. Ah, yes. I'm afraid that can happen. Pokeballs are hardly 100% foolproof. Give it another go, old girl. Excuse me, I don't think I'm that old. Gonna say maybe 14? We'll go with 14. I like 14. Thank you very much indeed. Oh, what a relief to have them all back. You see, 3 Pokemon you caught have only just arrived at the village to help with our research. They won't yet listen to anyone. And as I mentioned, they bolted from the village almost as if they knew you'd come falling. But I must say, Erica, I was taken aback by how well you used Pokeballs. How is it that you catch Pokemon so ably when you've only just arrived here? Well, it helps that I have an aiming cursor. Somehow that makes me super accurate. One can't help but think there's a reason you appeared here and now. Seek out all Pokemon. That object is an arc phone, you say? What an odd device. Could it be guiding you somehow? If you'll indulge me for a moment, there's something I'd like to share with you. You see, I have a dream. To compile this region's first complete record of its Pokédex. But I'm too old, so I want you to fulfill my dream for me. Anyway, we in the field call such a catalog a Pokédex. Yes, a proper Pokédex is a wonderful work of research containing detailed records of all the Pokémon to be found in the region. But in order to properly document Pokémon, one must, of course, catch them. And therein lies the rub, I'm afraid. Pokeballs have only just been invented, and not many have mastered the skill of using them. Enter you, a person with a clear talent for catching Pokemon. Your goal is to seek out every Pokemon, and mine is to have all those Pokemon caught. A situation ripe for teamwork, don't you agree? Come now, what do you say? Shall we help one another out, my girl? Well, you convince me. Then whoever and from wherever you may be, I welcome you with open arms. We've a Pokédex to complete. Keepa says, I wonder if they made a Arceus phone case. You would think Nintendo would make that an official merchandise. I would assume that Pokemon phone cases exist, although I think an Arceus phone case like this one would be a little, bulky. Wait, back up. I didn't notice what you were saying. Give me a moment. First things first, let's get these Pokemon back to the village. Then we'll sort out your lodgings and find you some proper clothes and a meal and all that. Well, I'll admit, going Pokemon catching in my pajamas is probably not the best option. And I do need breakfast. I was just telling Maddie earlier, I can't skip breakfast. If I do, my belly will complain, and it hurts. Follow me then, onward to Jubilife Village. Yeah, somebody's gonna need to tell me what that is about.